Hey everybody, what's up? So, I had something really, really weird happen to me last night, and I don't know what to think about it. So, ever since, um, I got stabbed and everything, and, I've been going through this and, you know, touch and go, trying not to die, whether I'm going to die, whether I'm not going to die, whatever. It's been kind of touch and go. But I kind of came a little intrigued by life after death. After, kind of like life after, life after death, after, I started facing my own mortality and that I might die. Well, the closer to death that I got, I started seeing and noticing things like I had never seen and noticed before. Like, I see my Aunt Worry, and sometimes I can sense my grandfather. My grandfather lived in this house, and this bedroom that I'm staying in, this side of the house was an addition for my Aunt Worry. My Aunt Worry lived in this bedroom, and that was her living room for years. And she lived with my Nana for about 20 something years. Because that was her sister, and she really liked my pawpaw, and they got along, and, they had a great time living together. And my Aunt Worry and my Nana were like the closest of friends. So, you've seen all the paranormal videos that I posted on Facebook, right? So, if you've ever seen that show, Paranormal Caught on Camera, there's a lot of things on that show I can't debunk, and I don't know how it happened. So, I was in here late last night, probably like around, well, it wasn't too late, it's about 9, and I was getting ready to go to bed, and I had my closet door open, and I was getting some stuff out of my box that's in there for me to take a shower and stuff with. And the light was cut off in here, but the light in the living room right here was turned on. So I could see, and then I had my closet light on, which that's the light switch for the closet. So I had the light switch for the closet turned on. And then I had, what was it? I had the light switch for the closet turned on. And then I had the living room light on. Or whatever. And then, let me show you. So the closet door was open like this, and you see I got my bags and stuff in it, my box. So, and the door was wide open. Opens really wide. All the way. You see that? It opens all the way. So, you can see everything, right? So, I was standing in front of the bed, and I had some paperwork and stuff that was, up on the bed or whatever. And I'm going to show you something. So, you see this right here, right? You see how sturdy it is, right? On top of that towel. All my nail stuff is that I use to do my nails are in this thing. My fingernail polish, all of that stuff. So I folded up my towel, and the towel is on there. But you see how sturdy it is. And you see when I opened up the closet door, it didn't blow it off. And you can see the ceiling fan is turned on, but it's still, the ceiling fan is still not powerful enough to move this. So last night, my phone was dead, so I had ran my phone battery down last night. The first time that this has ever happened. Like, I never run my phone battery dead. Because I never know when I need to film something. Like, somebody trying to come in, somebody threatening me, whatever. So, like, I never knew, like, I never let my phone go dead. So, like, I was sitting there, and as my back was turned, this right here went bloop, and it ended up in the floor just like that. I kid you not. Swear on my life, swear on my mama's life, swear on my kid's life, swear to Jesus, that happened. And so I picked it up, and this is really heavy because this is like a makeup thing. You see how thick it is? And then, like, if you open it up, I haven't used much of my eyewear on this one, because this is like what I use when I go out on a date, and I don't go out on a date hardly ever. And you see it has a mirror, right? You see the mirror? So, like, it's really, really heavy, and it has this thing in here, and you have to take it out, and it's really heavy. So, and it's smoke and mirrors, and I got it at Five Below. And so watch, if I put it up there, it's on there solid, and I just flopped it on there. I didn't place it in a certain direction. I didn't do anything weird to it. But the wind from the ceiling fan isn't blowing it off. And the gust from my closet door... Oh, Lizzie, bring the closet door back. Let me bring the closet door back. Let me bring the closet door back towards me. Ugh. Okay, now watch this. Hold up now. Now you see the wind gust? Now watch the closet door. See, it's a soft closed door, but it has a lot of gust. But yet it still didn't knock that off. Look, it's still there. So it was weird, and I don't know how to handle that. I just took it as if it was a sign or a signal, like from my pawpaw or from my Aunt Worry, like showing me that she's still with me, and like she knows, she's looking over me. Because, like, between the ceiling fan, the wind gust, I was way over here. You see how far away I was? Like, from it? Like, there's no way that even my body movement, like, I can't knock it off. But it went just like this. And it ended up in the floor just like that. Freaks me out. Freaks me out. And like sometimes, and I think it's because I'm so close to death is the reason why I can see things and sense things that other people can't. Like my uncles and them hardly come to this house. But like before the tree fell on the house, when I stayed here the first time, in the big living room with the fireplace, sometimes I would come in late at night from smoking, and I could see a silhouette of my grandfather He would have his hat on. I could see the brim of his hat. My grandfather always had this hat that he wore. It said Pawpaw that went across it, and it had a fishing hook on it, a gold fishing hook that he used to wear when I was younger. And then he always wore like a Brave shirt, cargo shorts, and a pair of sneakers. So, like when I would come in late at night, I would see like a silhouette of my grandfather, like a dark shadow outline, and I could see the brim of his hat. And it was just like he was standing there. But it didn't scare me. Like, I would just be like, hey, Papa. And then I would just walk in and I'd be like, night. And I would go to bed. And then I was in this living room one night and I was sitting there talking to one of my friends, having a private conversation. And there was like an apparition that came through the front door, passed by me, and went into the wall. And it was the same color as my skin. And when I seen it, somebody whispered in my ear, I'm not losing you, Aunt Ori's here. And I was like, oh my God, that's so freaky. But only I could hear it. Like, my friend that was on the phone couldn't hear it. But I could. And it was so freaking weird. So, like, there's been, like, little things, like, in the house that happen. Like, things of mine will move. And then I'll find them in a place that I didn't put it in originally. And I still have one shirt missing that I can't find. But like I couldn't figure out like how that happened last night. And it was like right before I went to go to bed and laid down to watch Paranormal Caught on Camera. Now, although I am watching Paranormal Caught on Camera, I'm also a bit of a skeptic. Like, I believe, like, maybe your loved ones can come back and visit you. Maybe. I mean, you know, if they're watching over you from heaven, who's to say that they can't come down here and be a guardian angel? Or, you know, or something like that. Or like an ancestor or a family member spirit can't watch over you if they think that you're in danger. Or like whatever. Like there are things, if you watch that Paranormal Caught on Camera, I cannot debunk a lot of it. Now I could probably debunk the UFOs and a lot of the excuse me, I got hiccups. Some of the ghost stuff I can debunk because I'm an investigator, so I have a realistic mind. So when I'm watching those shows, it actually helps me keep my mind sharp because I'm trying to figure out how are they faking this. Like when I'm watching it, I'm not thinking, oh, that's real. I'm thinking, how are they faking this? And some of them I can debunk, and some of them I absolutely cannot debunk. And I cannot tell you how the hell that they're doing it. But it is the weirdest and the most damnedest thing ever. But when that happened last night, it didn't scare me. Because, like I said, I had already seen the apparition, sort of my Aunt Worry in her living room that she spent most of her time in. But to see that flip over last night and not to be able to debunk how that happened, and it hasn't happened before, and it hasn't happened since. Like, it hasn't happened before, and it hasn't happened since. So I've been trying to wait to see if it'll do it again, but it won't do it again. And then one of my friends said I should try table tipping in here, but I don't want to do that because that can also open you up to demonic spirits. And I don't want no demons in the house. I don't practice witchcraft or do Ouija boards or any of that. I just pray. But I just have this weird ability to sense things since I've been dying or trying not to die. I've had this unique ability to sense things and to see things that others can't. And I can't explain it other than I can see it because I too am dying. Like, I've talked to like lots of hospice nurses and stuff. And like hospice nurses used to say, they say when someone's dying that they talk to people. Like they'll be like, I seen my mom or I seen my aunt or whatever. And doctors try to say that it's because of a part of the brain is like shutting down or something. But my brain's not shutting down. My organs might start shutting down eventually. But I'm not like dead yet. Like I'm not that close to death yet. But I'm pretty close to death. So like when that happened, I just took it as a sign like my Aunt Worry's still just watching over me and is in this room with me, like protecting me. So if a ghost can manipulate something like a makeup palette, then who's to say that they can't touch you or push you or save you from something that they can see coming that you can't see coming? Now, if you want to watch the paranormal videos, you'll have to log on to go and follow me on Facebook under Heather Inman. Or is it Heather Martinez? Heather Inman or Heather Martinez? I think it's Heather Inman. Inman. I'll post it where you can see it. But you would have to follow me on Facebook to see the paranormal caught on camera videos. Or you can sit down if you're not doing anything and binge watch every episode and on demand and let me know if you can debunk any of it. Some of it I can, some of it I can't. Some of it's just interesting and some of it's frightening. But it's interesting nonetheless because we know that there is life after death. It tells you that the soul goes to heaven or it goes to hell. Catholics believe in purgatory. So we believe that we know that there's life after death. Now, whether your ancestors or your ex-loved ones or your deceased loved ones can come down here and be a guardian angel, I don't know. It says in the Bible that when you die, all the secrets will be revealed. But you just have to die first. Nobody's ever going to know until you're dead what's on the other side. But, which I'm trying not to do. I'm not in a rush. I'll find out in my own time. But I just thought that was so interesting. And I can't debunk it. And it never happened before. And that thing's been sitting there forever. And I've even moved it and put it back. And I've moved it and I've put it back. And it's never done that. But it did that last night. And even my uncle saw it. And even my uncle can't debunk it. He's like, I saw that. I don't know what it was. And he just left it at that. So, I don't know. But I thought I'd share an interesting paranormal experience that I had of my own today, this morning. My mom was in bed last night, so she doesn't even know what happened. Hell, she probably wouldn't believe me anyway. She'd just tell me I'm crazy. But my mom's a skeptic. She's not a believer in the paranormal at all either. So I don't know. But if, people who are dying can talk to their parents and their loved ones and stuff. Like my grandfather, when he was passing away, he was talking about seeing my grandma Lena and some of the other people that had already passed away. And he would carry on conversations with them. And we'd be like, Papa, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just talking to Grandma Lena or whoever. We're like, okay. So who's to say? I don't know, but it's interesting. Tell me what you think. Peace.